class, we are going to learn about components of food, part 4. So in this lesson, we are going to learn about minerals. Okay, in last class, we discussed about nutrients, uses of nutrients, test for nutrients, right? So in this class, we are going to learn about minerals. Okay, we are going to learn about minerals. So already we discussed, right? So what are nutrients? What are nutrients? So nutrients are the substances which present in the food and which help us to provide energy and grow our body to repair our damaged part. And these substances are called nutrients and components of food. So what are the components of food? There are some names, right? Carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins, minerals, dietary fibers, and water. So these are the nutrients which help us to grow our body, which provide energy, which repair damaged parts. Is it clear, children? So these are the substances which provide us energy to it help us to grow our body and it help us to repair our damaged part. And these substances are called nutrients. These substances are called nutrients. So what are the nutrients? Carbohydrates, proteins, fats,
Vitamin
minerals,
and
vitamins, and minerals, right? So these are the components of food and which help us to grow our body, repair our body parts, and help us to provide energy. Is it clear, children?
yes, sir.
Sir.
Carbohydrates. So carbohydrates are mainly provide energy to our body. So it is a one type of nutrient which is present in the food. So carbohydrates are mainly provide energy to our body. So the food which contain carbohydrates, that food is called energy giving food. Food which contain carbohydrates, that food is called energy giving food. For
Food.
example, banana, sugar, jaggery, milk, cereals, bread.
Jaggery means
Jaggery ante bellam. Okay. These all food items contain carbohydrates. So these all food items are also called energy giving food. Okay. These all food items are also called energy giving
Energy
food.
giving food.
Okay. And from where do we get these carbohydrates? Okay. From these sources, banana, jaggery, milk, bread, potato, cereals. So these all are the sources of carbohydrates. Okay.
cereals means
Carbohydrates are mainly provide energy to our body, right?
sir
And
clear.
carbohydrates also are energy giving food. Okay. Children, one thing I want to say is if I ask any question, okay, please respond in chat box. Okay. For example, separately, if I mention a name and ask question, they have to respond. They has to respond. And remaining students, please mention your answers in the chat box.
Excuse me, sir.
So, yeah,
Sir, cereals means
cereals అంటే చిరుధాన్యాలు like wheat, rice, maize. Okay, these are okay. గోధుమలు, జొన్నలు, బియ్యం. These all are cereals. Okay. Right. So carbohydrates help us to all of you write in the chat box. Carbohydrates provide us. Everyone, please respond in chat box. Carbohydrates are mainly provide to our body, dash to our body. Carbohydrates mainly provide dash to our body. Very good. Very good. I got only 10 responses. Remaining students, please respond in chat box. Carbohydrates are mainly provide dash to our body. Very good. Very good. Carbohydrates are mainly provide dash to our body. Energy, right? Energy. Carbohydrates mainly provide us energy. That's why we are eating food, right? So how do we get energy? Because of carbohydrates and fats. So to do these all works, we are need energy, right? From where do we get energy? From carbohydrates and fats, right? Okay, next. So which food items are called energy giving food? Which food items are called energy giving food? Which food items are called energy giving food? All of you, please respond in chat box. Very good. Which food items are called energy giving food? Students, please respond. Be fast. Which food items are called energy giving food? Very good. Very good. Kaushal, we have carbohydrates and fats. Both are called energy giving food, right? So you mentioned only fats, right? Very good. Very good, students. Very good. Carbohydrates and fats, because carbohydrates and fats provide us energy. That's why we call carbohydrates and fats are energy giving food. Very good, all of you. Thank you. Thank you for your active participation. Next, fats. So for starch test, right? So what is starch is nothing but carbohydrates, right? So we already discussed how do we identify which food items contain carbohydrates, right? So we need to take a small quantity of food item, right? We need to take a small quantity of food item for test, and we need to keep 2 to 3 drops of iodine on it. Okay, we need to put 2 to 3 drops of iodine on it. So after, if you put iodine on it, what happens? The food color turn into blue or black color. So if you observe the video, you will understand. So we need to take a small quantity of food item. We need to put 2 to 3 drops of iodine. So what did you observe on that? So the food item turn into blue or black color, right? The food item turn into blue or black color. So if the food item turn into blue or black color, that food item contain carbohydrates. Children, observe the bread. Yes, it's turned into black color, right? So bread contain carbohydrates in it. Okay. When you put 2 to 3 drops of iodine on it, if the food item turn into blue or black color, that food item contain carbohydrates. Is it clear, children?
Yes, sir.
So,
Yes, sir.
okay, okay. Which chemical we need to use in to test of carbohydrate? Test for carbohydrate. Which chemical we need to use to test carbohydrates in food items? Everyone, please respond in chat box. Component. Which chemical we need to use to test for starch? Iodine. Very good. Very good, students. Remaining students, please respond in the chat box. Okay? Please respond. Everyone. Iodine. Remaining students, I got only 8 responses, 8 to 9 responses. Remaining, there are 22, 23 members are there. 22, 23 members are there, right? Iodine, right?
21
To
members.
Yeah, to taste
Three
for carbohydrates,
so
we need to use iodine. So the food, if we put 2 to 3 drops of iodine on food item, if the food contain carbohydrates, which color is it turned into? Which color is
Blue
it
and
turned
black.
into? Mention in chat box. Don't unmute yourself, okay? And say answer. Just mention in the chat box. Which color is it turned into? Blue or black color. Very good. Blue or black color. Respond. Please respond, students. Everyone. Blue or black color. Good, good. Blue or black. Very good. Remaining students. Yes. So if the food item turn into blue or black color, that food item contain?
Carbohydrate.
If very good. I think Jeshwant or Kaushal, please mention in chat box, okay? If the food item turn into blue or black color, the food item contains carbohydrates in it. Very good. Thank you. Next, fats, right? So fats are one type of nutrients which present in food. Fats are one type of nutrient which present in food, right? And fats also give us energy. Fats also give us energy. In fact, fats give much more energy compared than carbohydrates. Means so fats provide more energy than carbohydrates, right? So carbohydrates, fats both provide us energy, right? But fats provide more energy than carbohydrates, right? అంటే ఫ్యాట్స్ ఎనర్జీ కార్బోహైడ్రేట్స్ కంటే ఎక్కువ ఇస్తాయి, రైట్? సో ఫ్యాట్స్ ఆర్ ఆల్సో కాల్ ఎనర్జీ గివింగ్ ఫుడ్. సో ఫ్రమ్ where do we get fats, right? From where do we get fats? So there are some sources, right? We get some sources of fats, right? So what are plant source? Nuts, groundnuts and seeds. Okay, nuts, groundnuts and seeds. For example, groundnuts. So if you observe, your mother, you rarely use the oil, right, while she's cooking. So the oil contain fats in it, right? The oil contain fats in it. So from where do we get oil? Groundnut, sunflower seeds, right? So these are all food items. Oils contain fats in it. So these all are plant source. Groundnut and sunflower seeds. Animal source, right? Fish, meat, milk and milk products. So what are milk products? Can anybody? Can you give examples? What are milk products? Please mention in the chat box. What are milk products? Can you give some examples? What are milk products? Yeah, very good. Paneer, curd. Any other? Yeah, ghee, cheese, right? So these all are milk products because these products are made by milk, right? These products are made by milk. So these products contain fats in it. Fish, meat, milk and milk products. These products are contain fats in it. Is it clear, children? So fats also called energy giving food because it provides us energy, right? So next, right? So test for fats. Test for fats. So what do we do to do which contain fats or not, to identify which food item contain fats or not? So we need to take a small quantity of food item for taste, like oil, groundnut, coconut, anything you want to take. If you want to take any small quantity of food item for testing. So wrap the food item in a piece of paper. Okay, take a piece of paper and wrap the food item on a piece of paper. Okay, and crush it. Okay, you need to crush it or mash it. Okay, so if that paper contain oil patches in it, if the paper contain oil patches in it, so that food items contain fats. That food item contain fats in it. Okay, if oily patches on the paper indicates presence of fats in the food item. Is it clear, children? Or do you have any doubt?
Yes, sir, it is clear.
Sir,
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
once again, fats 2 points. Explain 2
Fats?
points. Fats.
About fats, animal source and plant source. I did not get your point, Nana. Can you repeat it?
సార్ ఫ్యాట్స్ గురించి ఇంకోసారి ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేయండి కదా 2 points.
Okay, definitely. So fats are one type of nutrients which present in the food, right? We already discussed in last class about fats. So fats are one type of nutrient which present in the food. So what are the uses of fats? So fats are provide us energy. So the main use of fats is it provide energy to us. In fact, fats give much more energy than carbohydrates. So both carbohydrates and fats are provide us energy, right? But fats provide much more energy compared to carbohydrates. So fats are also called energy giving food because it provides us energy, right? Fats are also called energy giving food because fats provide energy to us. So we get fats from two sources, right? One is plant source, another is animal source. So which things we get from plants? Groundnut, nut, seeds. Okay, so these all contain oils in it, right? So definitely oils contain fats. We discussed in the last class, right? So nuts, groundnuts and seeds contain fats. So these are the plant source for fats and animal source. So what are the animal source for fats? So we get fats from fish, meat. Meat is nothing but chicken, mutton, okay? Milk, milk products. So milk products are nothing but paneer, ghee, curd, cheese, butter. So these all are milk products because these products are made by milk. Is it right?
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Sir.
Sir, oil also
Children,
contains fat.
yeah, definitely. Oils contain fats, right? Because we did test, right?
Sir, we can
See, if
test
you observe,
with milk also.
yeah, you can test with milk, no problem, right? Okay, you can test with milk or milk products. It is better to take milk products, okay? Because
Sir,
oil, milk,
what we should
yeah.
do with
So
milk?
So take a 2 to 3 drops of milk or milk product. Take milk product. Is it better to take milk product like paneer or curd? So wrap on the piece of paper. Okay, wrap the food item in a piece of paper. After a few minutes, okay, the paper contain oil patches in it. So that food item contain fats. Okay, if the paper do not have any oil patches in it, so that food item do not contain any fats in it. Okay, if the food item do not contain any oil patches, okay, the paper do not contain any oil patches in it, so that food item do not contain any fats in it. Okay, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Shall I go to next slide?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
thank
sir.
you.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Proteins. So proteins are needed for the body growth, right? So children, if you observe in your childhood, are you look like same body?
No.
No,
No.
like little, right? So how do you grow? Because of proteins, right? So proteins are needed for the body growth and repair our body parts. Repair our body parts. So for example, if you get any injured, so after few days, after 1 month or 2 months, it will be cured, right? So how it will be? Because of proteins. Proteins repair our body parts. Okay. So proteins are needed for the growth and repair our body parts. Is it clear, children? We already discussed how it will repair, right?
Yes, sir, it is clear.
Yes,
Are
it's clear.
uh, proteins are needed for the body growth and repair our body parts, right? So children, all of you write in chat box, what is the uses of proteins? What are the uses of proteins? All of you mention in chat box. What are the uses of proteins? Very good. Active. Students, please, little fast. Okay. So proteins are needed for the body to grow and repair of our body parts, right? Very good. Very good, students. Remaining students, please be fast. Very good. Ritesh, Baswaraj, Sahiti, Siddharth, Nitesh, Jashwant, Ankit, and Akshita. Sunil, very good students. Very good. Thank you very much. So proteins are needed for the body to grow and repair our body parts. So protein help us to grow our body, right? So that's why the food which contain proteins, that food items are called body building food. Okay, the food which contain proteins, those food items are called body building food because they help us to grow our body, right? They help us to grow our body, right? So that's why those food items are called body building food. Is it clear, children? Is it clear? So proteins,
Yes.
the food items which contain proteins, those food items are called the food items which contain proteins, those food items are called the food items which contain proteins in it. Those food items are called which type of food? Those food.
Bodybuilding food.
Yeah,
Bodybuilding food.
children, please mention in chat box only. Don't unmute yourself, please. Okay, please mention answer in the chat box. The food items which contain proteins in it, those food items are called body building food. Very good. Very good, students. Everyone, please mention in the chat box. Body building food, right? Food items which contain proteins. Those food items are called body building food. So from where do we get? So what are called body building food? So we get protein from peas, batani, soya, beans, pulses, pappulu, meat, fish, egg, milk, and paneer. So these are the food items are called body building food because we get protein from these food items like peas, soya, beans, pulses, meat, fish, egg, milk, and paneer. Is it clear, children? Is it
Yes,
clear?
sir.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
thank you.
Clear.
Proteins are for the body growth and repair of our body parts. So, food which contain proteins are also called body building food. Food which contain proteins are also called body building food, right? So, we get protein from peas, soya, beans, pulses, meat, fish, egg, milk, and paneer. Is it clear? Yeah, test for proteins, right? So what are the chemicals do we need to test proteins, right? Which food item contain protein? We need two chemicals, right? One is caustic soda, NaOH. Yes, caustic soda. Children, did you write that chemicals in your notebook? NaOH, caustic soda. Okay. And copper sulfate, CuSO4. Copper sulfate, CuSO4. To test for proteins, we need to take a small quantity of food item. We need to take a small quantity of food item, and we need to mash or grind it. We need to mash or grind it. So what happens? We need to take the food item into test tube. We need to take a small quantity of food item in the test tube, and we need to put 10 drops of NaOH. We need to put 10 drops of NaOH and 2 drops of copper sulfate, right? 10 drops of NaOH and 2 drops of, yeah,
Sir,
yeah,
sir, can you say what we call that NH? Something you said.
caustic soda. Caustic soda. Okay?
Caustic soda.
Yeah. See
Second
here.
one.
Sir,
Caustic soda. Yeah, just a minute.
some more.
See, caustic soda. Follow my cursor. Okay? Caustic soda. And copper sulfate. COPPERSULPHATE. Copper sulfate. These are the two chemicals we need to test for proteins. Copper sulfate ante CuSO4. Chemical equation is CuSO4, and caustic soda is nothing but, what is the chemical equation of caustic soda? NaOH. If you observe the image, you will understand. NaOH. Okay, copper sulfate, sir. Copper sulfate solution, CuSO4. So take a small food quantity of food in a test tube. Take a small quantity of food in a test tube and drop 10 drops of caustic soda in it. 10 drops of caustic soda, NaOH, and 2 drops of copper sulfate, CuSO4. So if the food item turn into violet color, observe the picture carefully. If the food item turn into violet color, that food item contain proteins in it. If the food item turn into violet color, the food item contain proteins in it. Is it clear, children? If the food item turn
Yes,
into
sir.
violet color, observe the food items properly. Okay. So if the food item turn into violet color, observe here, right? So that food item contain proteins in it. If it is not turned into violet color, if it is not turned into violet color, that food item do not contain proteins in it. Okay. That food item do not contain proteins in it. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. Next. So vitamins, right? So vitamins help in protecting our body from diseases. We discussed, right? So what are the uses of vitamins? Please mention in the chat box. So what are the uses of vitamins? Everyone, please mention in the chat box. What are the uses of vitamins? Everyone, please mention in the chat box what are the uses of vitamins. Very good. So, very good. So, what are the uses of vitamins? All of you mention your answer in the chat box. What are the uses of vitamin? Yeah.
I mentioned
Very good. Very good. Yeah. So vitamins help us to protect our body from diseases, right? Vitamins help us to protect our body from diseases. So there are another uses also. Vitamins also help us to healthy and strong our eyes, bones, teeth, and gums. So if we eat vitamins, so our eyes, bones, teeth, and gums are become healthy. Okay, right. So what is the main use of vitamins? Protect our body from diseases. Right, protect our body from diseases. So, vitamins are different kinds known by different names. So, we already discussed, right? So, some vitamins are A, B, C, D, E, K. Yes. And there is a group of vitamins called B complex. The group of B vitamins are called B complex. Right? Group of B vitamins are called B complex. So vitamins are two types, right? In last class we discussed. Vitamins are two types. So what are those two types? So vitamins are soluble in water or some are soluble in fats. Some vitamins are soluble in water and some vitamins are soluble in oil. Oils are nothing but fats. Soluble ante కరిగిపోవడం. Okay? Soluble ante కరిగిపోవడం. Some vitamins soluble in water అంటే నీళ్ళలో కరిగిపోతాయి అండ్ సమ్ విటమిన్స్ soluble in ఫ్యాట్స్ ఆర్ ఆయిల్స్ అంటే ఆయిల్లో కరుగుతాయి సో ఆన్ ద బేసిస్ ఆఫ్ దేర్ సాల్యబిలిటీ అంటే ఎక్కడ నీళ్ళలో కరుగుతుందా ఫ్యాట్ లో కరుగుతుందా దాన్ని బట్టి విటమిన్స్ ఆర్ టూ టైప్స్ ఆన్ ద బేసిస్ ఆఫ్ దేర్ సాల్యబిలిటీ విటమిన్స్ ఆర్ టూ టైప్స్ సో వాట్ ఆర్ ద టూ టైప్స్ ఎవ్రీ వన్ ప్లీజ్ మెన్షన్ ఇన్ ద చాట్ బాక్స్ టు what are the two types of vitamins please mention in the chat box everyone
Already mentioned.
yeah. What are the two types of vitamins? Very good, very good. Some of the members already mentioned in the chat box. Very nice, very nice. So, water soluble and fat soluble vitamins, right? Water soluble vitamins and fat soluble vitamins, right? So, what are water soluble vitamins? B complex. B complex is a group of B vitamins, right? B1, B2, B3, B6, B12. So it is a group of B vitamins, B complex and vitamin C. These two vitamins soluble in water. These two vitamins soluble in water. So which vitamin soluble in fats? A, D, E, K. Headache. Netinopi. A, D, E, K. So these are the vitamins which soluble in fats. Is it clear, children? A, D, E, K. Headache. Headache.
Clear, sir, clear.
Yeah, talanoppi. Right? So water soluble vitamins are B, C. Right? B, C. And water soluble, sorry, fat soluble vitamins are A, D, E, K. Right? Shall I go to next slide? What are the uses of vitamins? So vitamin A. Vitamin A help us to good vision, right? Vitamin A help us to good vision. Okay, good vision ante manchi చూపుకి, right? And vitamin D help to body absorb calcium and phosphorus to form bones and teeth. So calcium and phosphorus are the minerals, okay? And so vitamin D help us to absorb our body calcium and phosphorus to form బోన్స్ అండ్ టీత్ అంటే బోన్స్ అండ్ టీత్ రెడీ కావడానికి ఫాస్ఫరస్ కాల్షియం కావాలి సో టు అబ్జర్వ్ కాల్షియం అండ్ ఫాస్ఫరస్ వి నీడ్ విటమిన్ డి అండ్ విటమిన్ ఈ సో విటమిన్ ఈ ప్రివెంట్స్ ద ఆక్సిడేషన్ ఆఫ్ విటమిన్ ఏ సో విటమిన్ ఏని అబ్జర్వ్ చేసుకోవడానికి హెల్ప్ చేస్తుంది విటమిన్ కే help in clotting of blood during the injuries. Vitamin K help in clotting of blood during the injuries. We already discussed, right? So when we get injured, the bleeding, right? Bleeding happens, right? Blood బయటకు వస్తుంటాయి. సో అలాగే వస్తే ఏమైపోతుంది? అవర్ బాడీ షుడ్ బి ఎంటీ, రైట్? మొత్తం బ్లడ్ అంతా పోతుంది, మనం పైకి పోతాం. సో ఇట్స్ ప్రివెంట్. సో విటమిన్ కే హెల్ప్ అస్ టు బ్లడ్ క్లోటింగ్, అంటే బ్లడ్ గట్టగట్టి ఆ బ్లడ్ ఎక్కువ మొత్తంలో బయటకు రాకుండా అడ్డుకుంటది అన్నట్టు, రైట్? It is very important. Vitamin K help in blood clotting, right? Next, vitamin B needed for healthy brain and nervous functions. So our body connected with many nerves, right? Motor nerves, sensory nerves, blood nerves. So vitamin B help us to proper function of brain. అంటే మీకు చదివినది గుర్తుండాలన్నా, మంచిగా ఆలోచించాలన్నా, you need which vitamin B, right? B complex, and it help us to keep proper function of nervous system. Okay, vitamin C help fight diseases like common cold. Okay, vitamin C help to fight common diseases like cold, bleeding gums, like others. Okay, all right. So we get vitamin C from sour items like orange, tomato, lemon, and guava. So minerals, right? Next important concept is minerals. Children, did you understand up to now?
Understand, sir. Understand.
Yeah, very good. Thank you. Next, minerals. So what are minerals? Minerals were needed in traces amount. Ante we need vitamins in a small amount. We no need to eat much amount of minerals. Okay, minerals were needed in traces amount, but is essential components as well. So we need a small quantity, right? Minerals we need a small quantity, but it is very essential. ఎసెన్షియల్ అంటే ఖచ్చితంగా కావాలి, వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్. ఓకే, వి నీడ్ స్మాల్ క్వాంటిటీ ఆఫ్ మినరల్స్, అవర్ బాడీ నీడ్ స్మాల్ క్వాంటిటీ ఆఫ్ మినరల్స్ ఓన్లీ, బట్ ఇట్ ఈస్ వెరీ ఎసెన్షియల్, ఖచ్చితంగా కావాలి. ఓకేనా? సో మినరల్స్ ఆర్ సమ్ కెమికల్ సబ్స్టెన్సెస్ విచ్ ఫుడ్ కంటైన్. ఓకే, మినరల్స్ ఆర్ సమ్ కెమికల్ సబ్స్టెన్సెస్. So minerals are necessary for building proper growth and maintain of our body. See, minerals help us to grow our body. So proteins we already discussed, right? Proteins help us to grow our body. At the same time, minerals also. Okay, minerals also help us our body to grow. Okay, and calcium, magnesium, phosphorus, sodium, iron, zinc are some essential minerals for our body. So these are some chemicals, right? So these chemicals only we call minerals. Okay, these chemicals only we call mineral. పోనీ మీకు డైరెక్ట్గా ఏదైనా కాల్షియం కనబడ్డది, ఐరన్ కనబడ్డది అని తిన్నారనుకో, పోతారు పైకి. అట్లా తినద్దు. సో ఫుడ్ కంటైన్ మినరల్స్, రైట్?
ఇంకోసారి ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేయండి అది.
యా. సో మినరల్స్ ఆర్ సమ్ కెమికల్ సబ్స్టెన్సెస్ విచ్ ప్రజెంట్ ఇన్ ఫుడ్. ఓకే, అంటే అవి కెమికల్స్ అంటే బయట దొరికే ఆ కెమికల్స్ కాదు. మినరల్స్ ఇది వన్ టైప్ ఆఫ్ సబ్స్టెన్సెస్ విచ్ హెల్ప్ అస్ అవర్ బాడీ. సో మినరల్స్ అనేది వి నీడ్ స్మాల్ క్వాంటిటీ. ఓకే, we need small quantity, our body need small amount. Okay, but it is very essential, ఖచ్చితంగా కావాలి. అవి లేకపోతే మన బాడీ గ్రో కాదు ప్రాపర్గా. ఓకేనా? సో మినరల్స్ ఆర్ నెసెసరీ ఫర్ బాడీ బిల్డింగ్, గ్రోత్ అండ్ మెయింటైన్ అవర్ బాడీ ఫంక్షన్స్. ఇప్పుడు మనం బ్రీతింగ్ తీసుకుంటున్నాము, హార్ట్ కొట్టుకుంటుంది, అవునా, డైజెస్టివ్ సిస్టమ్ ఉంది. సో ఇవన్నీ ప్రాపర్గా వర్క్ కావాలంటే వి నీడ్ మినరల్స్. ఓకే, వి నీడ్ విటమిన్స్ అండ్ మినరల్స్. ఓకే, సో వాట్ ఆర్
అన్నారు కదా ఐరన్ డైరెక్ట్ దొరికితే తినేస్తారని, వాట్ ఈస్ దట్?
ఇప్పుడు నేను ఇక్కడ ఐరన్ చెప్పాను. ఐరన్ ఇది వన్ టైప్ ఆఫ్ మినరల్, రైట్? ఐరన్ ఇది వన్ టైప్ ఆఫ్ మినరల్. ఓకే, బట్ మన దగ్గర బయట ఐరన్ ఉంది కదా, రాడ్ల దగ్గర, కిటికీల దగ్గర, ఆ ఐరన్ కాదు ఇది, రైట్? మీరు ఐరన్ అంటే అదే అనుకునేరు, తినేసారు అని చెప్తున్నా అంతే, రైట్? ఆ ఐరన్ వేరు, ఈ ఐరన్ వేరు. ఓకేనా? అంటే సేమే, బట్ వి గెట్ దిస్ ఐరన్ ఫ్రమ్ ఫుడ్ ఐటమ్స్. ఓకే, వి గెట్ దిస్ ఐరన్ ఫ్రమ్ ఫుడ్ ఐటమ్. లేదు సార్ నాకు ఐరన్ బాగా కావాలి అని బయట ఏడంతా బట్టి తినేస్తే మళ్ళీ కష్టం అవుతుంది అని చెప్తున్నా, తినకండి అని. ఓకేనా? సో కాల్షియం మళ్ళా బోన్స్ ఉంటాయి కదా, వి గెట్ మళ్ళీ చికెన్లా మటన్లా ఉన్న బోన్స్ అన్ని ఇష్టం ఉన్నట్టు తినేయకండి. ఓకేనా? మనం ఫుడ్ ఐటమ్ నుండి దొరుకుతుంది కాల్షియం. వి గెట్ మిల్క్, leafy vegetable. We get calcium from milk, leafy vegetables. లేదు సార్ కాల్షియం మాకు చికెన్ మటన్ ముక్కలలో బాగుంటాయి సార్ బోన్స్, అవి తింటే కాల్షియం వస్తుంది అనుకోకండి. అందులో కూడా వస్తుంది కానీ బోన్స్ తినకండి. ఇట్ ఈస్ నాట్ గుడ్ ఫర్ యువర్ హెల్త్. ఓకే, రైట్. సో వాట్ ఆర్ ద ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ ఆఫ్ మినరల్స్? కాల్షియం, calcium, magnesium, phosphorus, sodium, iron, zinc.
zinc are
These are
essential minerals for our body.
minerals to our body. And these are the minerals are very important to our body. So which mineral help us? Which type? So first calcium. Okay, calcium. So already everyone say, so you need, if you want to become a strong, you need to be eat calcium. Okay, you need to take calcium and phosphorus, right? So calcium required for strengthening bones and teeth. Okay, it help us to strengthen bones and teeth. ఇప్పుడు మనం గట్టిగా, ఇప్పుడు చాలా మంది పిల్లలు పడిపోగానే చేతులు ఇరుగుతున్నాయి కదా, చేతులు ఇరగడం, కాళ్ళు ఇరగడం జరుగుతున్నాయి. ఎందుకు? బికాస్ దేర్ బాడీ డు నాట్ కంటైన్ ప్రాపర్ క్వాంటిటీ ఆఫ్ కాల్షియం అండ్ ఫాస్ఫరస్. సో ఇఫ్ ద బాడీ కంటైన్ ప్రాపర్ క్వాంటిటీ ఆఫ్ కాల్షియం అండ్ ఫాస్ఫరస్, ద బోన్ బికమ్ వెరీ స్ట్రాంగ్. ఓకే, కొంతమంది చూడండి చేతులతోటే రాళ్ళు పగల కొడతారు, ఇటుకలు, అవునా, అద్దాలు పగల కొడతారు. బికాస్ దేర్ బోన్స్ ఆర్ వెరీ స్ట్రాంగ్, right? Their bones are very strong. See, if you observe WWF people or karate people, they will eat daily eggs, meat, milk. Okay, they will drink milk, lot of milk, so they will get proper calcium which body need, so they will become very strong. Okay, so calcium required for strengthening bones and teeth and blood coating and muscle construction. మజిల్ కాన్స్ట్రక్షన్ అంటే అప్పుడప్పుడు మీ మజిల్స్ పట్టుకుపోతే ఉరకంగా ఏమైపోతుంది, పట్టేస్తాయి కదా మజిల్స్. సో అలా కావద్దు అంటే యు నీడ్ టు టేక్ కాల్షియం ఇన్ యువర్ ఫుడ్ ఐటమ్స్. ఓకే, సో కాల్షియం రిక్వైర్డ్ ఫర్ స్ట్రెంథెనింగ్ బోన్స్ అండ్ టీత్. ఓకే, కాల్షియం ఈజ్ రిక్వైర్డ్ ఫర్ స్ట్రెంథెనింగ్ బోన్ అండ్ టీత్. టీత్ ఆల్సో కంటైన్ కాల్షియం. ఓకే, మీరు కాల్షియం తీసుకుంటేనే టీత్ గట్టిగా ఉంటాయి. కొంతమంది పిల్లలకి చూడండి ఇరిగిపోతాయి పళ్ళు వట్టిగానే, నల్లగా అయిపోతే లేకపోతే విరిగిపోతాయి, బికాస్ ఆఫ్ లేక్ ఆఫ్
Teeth is also a bone.
యా
Sir, the
Yeah.
teeth is also a bone.
teeth also made by calcium. Bone, it is not bone, but it is made by calcium and phosphorus. Okay, these are the chemicals, minerals, right? So if we take proper quantity of calcium, your bones and teeth become very strong. Okay, and blood clotting and muscle construction, అంటే మజిల్స్ అనేటి ప్రాపర్ గా వర్క్ చేస్తాయి if you take calcium in a proper way. Phosphorus also same uses. Phosphorus also required for strengthening bones and teeth. Okay, phosphorus also required for strengthening bones and teeth. Okay, phosphorus also required for strengthening bones and teeth. Calcium and phosphorus both are very important to strengthening bones and teeth. And phosphorus also help in respiration. Respiration ante we already discussed in 5th class. Breathe in, breathe out, right? Respiratory system, right? So calcium is also helps in respiratory system. Very good. Calcium also helps in respiratory system and conduction of nerve impulses. See, మన బాడీలో చాలా నర్వ్స్ ఉన్నాయి, రైట్? బ్రెయిన్, సెన్సారీ నర్వ్స్, మోటార్ నర్వ్స్, బ్లడ్ నర్వ్స్, రైట్? సో అవి ప్రాపర్ గా ఫంక్షన్ చేయాలంటే వి నీడ్ phosphorus. Okay, we need phosphorus. Is it clear, children?
Yes, sir.
Right. Yeah. Next, iron required for forming hemoglobin. So why your blood is in red in color? Why your blood is in red in color? Because of iron కాదు, hemoglobin. Okay, because of hemoglobin our blood is look like
What is
red
mean
color.
by hemoglobin?
Hemoglobin is one type of substance which present the blood. Okay, మన రక్తం రెడ్ కలర్ లో ఎందుకు ఉంటది అంటే హిమోగ్లోబిన్ వల్ల రెడ్ కలర్ లో ఉంటది. ఓకేనా, హిమోగ్లోబిన్ వల్ల
Blood in black color.
no. So every human being blood is in red in color only. Okay, it's look like blue color because if it is oxygenless blood, if the blood contain carbon dioxide or oxygenless blood, that blood is look like blue in color, but actually blood is in red in color because of hemoglobin. Okay, so to form hemoglobin we need iron. To form hemoglobin we need iron. Is it clear, children? So required for forming hemoglobin. Okay, so hemoglobin, see, our blood is
So
look
like
like,
leaf only, no sir.
yeah,
Leaves need chemical for becoming green in color.
yeah, right. So our blood is look like green in color because of hemoglobin. So to form hemoglobin we need iron. To form hemoglobin we need iron. Is it clear, children? మనం
Yes,
ఐరన్
sir. Yes, sir.
లో,
Yes, sir.
సో మనం ఐరన్ తీసుకుంటే ఫుడ్ లో వి గెట్ హీమోగ్లోబిన్ ఫ్రమ్ దట్. ఓకే, రైట్. సో ఫ్రమ్ వేర్ డు వి గెట్ కాల్షియం? సో కాల్షియం అండ్ ఫాస్ఫరస్ హెల్ప్ us to strengthening bones and teeth, right? Calcium and phosphorus help us to strengthening bones and teeth. So we get calcium and phosphorus from milk, meat, egg, fish, pulses, vegetables. We get calcium and phosphorus from milk, meat, egg, fish, pulses and vegetables. We get iron from green leafy vegetable and liver. Green leafy vegetable and liver. Liver ఏంటి? మన లివర్ కాదమ్మా, మేక యొక్క లివరు, కోడి యొక్క లివర్ ఉంటుంది కదా, అది. ఓకేనా? మన లివర్ కాదు. ఓకేనా? సో వి గెట్ iron from green leafy vegetable like spinach, coriander, mint. Okay, so we get iron from green leafy vegetable and liver. Is it clear?
Yes, sir. It's clear.
Yeah. Shall we go to next slide?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, and two more minerals. One is iodine and sodium. So sir, I listen iodine.
Sodium hypochlorite.
When we get injured we keep iodine, right? That iodine, right? So no, don't drink that iodine directly. That is not same like. Okay, so iodine required for proper working of thyroid gland. Proper working of thyroid gland. So our body contain number of glands which release hormones, chemicals. Okay, so iodine required for proper working of thyroid. Iodine required for proper function of thyroid. Thyroid and a gland is every gland is important in our body. So thyroid gland is very important. So iodine required for proper working of thyroid. అంటే ఇప్పుడు మనకు బండి నడవాలంటే ఫ్యూయల్ కావాలి కదా, పెట్రోల్ కానీ డీజిల్ కానీ. అట్ ద సేమ్
Yes,
టైం
sir. Sir.
థైరాయిడ్ ప్రాపర్గా వర్క్ చేయాలంటే ఏం కావాలి? అయోడిన్ కావాలి. సమ్ టైమ్స్ యూ లిజన్, రైట్? అయోడైజ్డ్ సాల్ట్, టాటా ఉప్పు, అయోడైజ్డ్ సాల్ట్ అంటామా లేదా? సో ఎందుకంటే ఆ ఉప్పులో అయోడిన్ ఉంటుంది. ఓకేనా? ఉప్పులో అయోడిన్ ఉంటుంది. అయోడైజ్డ్ సాల్ట్ విచ్ is called iodized salt. That salt contain iodine in it. Okay, so iodine is required for proper function of thyroid gland.
అయోడిన్ ఓన్లీ టాటా సాల్ట్ లోనే ఉంటుందా, అన్ని సాల్ట్ లో ఉంటుందా?
నేను ఎగ్జాంపుల్ లో ఇచ్చా, అంటే అన్ని సాల్ట్లలో కూడా ఉండదు. ఏదైతే అయోడైజ్డ్ సాల్ట్ అంటారో దాంట్లోనే ఉంటది. సార్ మరి మనకు అయోడిన్ బయట దొరుకుతుంది కదా సార్, డైరెక్ట్ తాగొచ్చా అంటే అట్లా తాగొద్దు, అది కరెక్ట్గా అది కాదు. ఓకేనా? we see any mineral we should not take directly. ఇప్పుడు బయట కెమికల్ షాప్లలో దొరుకుతాయి సోడియం, నైట్రోజన్ ఇవన్నీ, బట్ మనం డైరెక్ట్గా తీసుకున్నాం అనుకో పోతాం పైకి. సో వీ నీడ్ టు టేక్ మినరల్స్ ఫ్రమ్ ఫుడ్ ఐటమ్స్ ఓన్లీ. ఓకే, వీ నీడ్ టు టేక్ మినరల్స్ ఫ్రమ్ ఫుడ్ ఐటమ్స్ ఓన్లీ. సార్ బయట దొరుకుతాను, బయట డైరెక్ట్ తిన్నారనుకోండి పైకి పోతారు మీరు కాదు, అందరం పోతాం. ఓకేనా? సో మనం వీ నీడ్ టు టేక్ మినరల్స్ ఫ్రమ్ food items like rice, pulses, meat. Okay, these are all food items contain minerals. మరి ఎట్లా వచ్చినాయి సార్ ఫుడ్ ఐటమ్లకి మినరల్ అని ఒక్కరాలు అడగలే నాకు. సార్ మీరు ఎన్ని ఫుడ్ ఐటమ్స్ వల్ల ఇవన్నీ మినరల్స్ ఉన్నాయి అన్నారు కదా, మరి ఎట్లా వచ్చినాయి సార్ ఫుడ్ ఐటమ్స్ లో మినరల్? ఒక్కడని అడిగారు? ఎందుకు అడుగుతారు? మీరు ఆలోచిస్తే కదా. ఎట్లా వచ్చినాయి చెప్పు.
ఏంటి సార్?
సో ఈ ఫుడ్ మినరల్స్ అన్ని ఫుడ్ ఐటమ్ లో ఉన్నాయి అన్నారు కదా, నేను చెప్పినా కదా, మరి ఎట్లా వచ్చినాయి ఫుడ్ ఐటమ్లకి? ఎవరైనా చెప్పారు? చెప్పు. ఎస్
సార్ ట్రీస్ అన్ని ల్యాండ్ నుంచి అబ్జర్వ్ చేసుకుంటాయి కదా సార్, అవి ల్యాండ్ లో ఏమన్నా ఐరన్ కానీ మిక్స్ ఉంటాయి కాబట్టి అవిటి
Yeah.
నుంచి ఫ్రూట్స్ కి కన్వర్ట్ అయ్యి మనకి ఇస్తుంది
Yeah.
సార్.
Very good, very good. See, children, if you observe, when the farmer grow before going to sowing the seed, he adds some fertilizers, right? He adds some fertilizers and manures to the soil, right? యూరియా నైట్రోజన్ అవన్నీ యాడ్ చేస్తారు, రైట్? సో ఆయిల్ అబ్జర్వ్ దట్ నైట్రోజన్. అట్ ద సేమ్ టైమ్ ఇన్ ద ప్రాసెస్ ఆఫ్ photosynthesis, plant absorb minerals. We discussed, right? Nutrients. Plants absorb water and
The
nutrients.
plant absorb from the land.
ఆ మినరల్స్ అన్ని ఎక్కడ స్టోర్ చేస్తాయి? ఫుడ్ ఐటమ్స్ లో స్టోర్ చేస్తాయి. ఫ్రమ్ దట్ ఫుడ్ ఐటమ్స్ వి విల్ గెట్ డిఫరెంట్ టైప్స్ ఆఫ్ మినరల్స్, రైట్? ఇది క్లియర్?
Yes, sir, it is clear.
యా.
Yes, sir.
Sodium. Last one, sodium. Sodium control fluids in our body like saliva, hormones, and digestive juices. Okay, sodium control fluids in our body. There are some chemicals. Okay, for example, when you see your favorite food, your mouth get watering, right? When you see your favorite food, your mouth get watering. So that is a one type of fluid.
Saliva.
And hormones. So there are some hormones, okay, in our body. సో అవన్నిటిని కంట్రోల్ చేస్తుంది. ఎంత రిలీజ్ కావాలంటే అంతే రిలీజ్ చేస్తుంది. ఒకటేసారి ఎక్కువ రిలీజ్ చేసారు అనుకోండి, మంచిది కాదు హెల్త్కి, రైట్? సో ద సోడియం కంట్రోల్ ఫ్లూయిడ్స్ ఇన్ అవర్ బాడీ లైక్ సలైవా, హార్మోన్స్ అండ్ డైజెస్టివ్ జ్యూసెస్. ఓకే, సో ఫ్రమ్ వే డు వి గెట్ సోడియం? వి గెట్ సోడియం ఫ్రమ్
Carrot, beetroot, milk and salt.
carrot, beetroot, milk, and salt. So, children, remember, we should not take directly from outside these minerals. We should take minerals from food items only, which we eat daily. Okay? Is it clear?
Sir,
Yes, sir, it's clear.
Yeah. Do you have any doubts?
No, sir.
No,
sir. No, sir.
Okay, children, okay, no problem. But if you have any doubts, feel free to call after 3 o'clock. Okay, if you have any doubts, feel free to call after 3 o'clock. Otherwise, if you want to come to school, you can come, but before 3 o'clock, 2 to 3
Sir, I
o'clock.
want to ask one doubt.